Alien Earth has been interesting so far. In this world of IPs just kind of like going through the rehashes and rehashes, the Alien franchise is probably one of the most interesting franchises that does a lot of different things every single time it gets made. So we have Prometheus and the Alien versus Predator movies. That franchise does a lot of different stuff. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but they try. They try to do different things that aren't just like an Alien movie. Alien Earth is doing something really interesting too. And just a little context for Alien Earth, it was bought out by Disney. Right? It was used to be a Fox owned IP, and Disney bought out Fox, right? So now the Disney Corporation is doing the Alien franchise. Okay, that's super interesting because, like, well, it's not Disney like. So, what can they do with it? And this story, there's a lot of different storylines just crisscrossing each other, and it's so outside of what the Alien franchise is, right? So, we have these hybrid like life forms that are like synthetic, but also have like the consciousness of like an actual person. Then we have full on synthetic robots, cyborg people too, and this universe is set in this kind of like corporate, like dominated world where like corporations own like cities and like that's their territory, and there's so much going on that like the alien itself is like an afterthought almost. But that's where I feel like this is interesting because what they're trying to do and talk about here is like this idea that a lot of the franchise does is like playing God and what happens when you try to play God. But this time they're doing a lot of stuff to like the actual human consciousness and like humanity itself, and not like what the aliens are or can do or not do, because there's also other types of alien creatures in this show that aren't like the xenomorphs. And I don't know, like I don't know what to feel about it yet. It's just right now there's a lot of like story building, and it's just like it feels like just lofty and very overwhelming. And I'm just kind of stoked to see how they tie these all up. As of right now, I'm only 2 episodes in, so I kind of can't really tell like where this is gonna go. But they're just setting up a lot of stuff. Like even in the first episode, the spaceship that carries all these alien creatures, like we don't even spend time with them, and then before we know it, they crash land and they're dead. So I'm sure we're gonna have like some kind of flashbacks to them, but I don't know what they're doing with this show, and that's what's really exciting because in this sea of like rehashing stuff, it's good to see this franchise like do something different, and I'm stoked to see what it is. So, if you've seen it, let me know what you think of it so far. I'm really stoked to kind of continue watching this and see how it kind of wraps up.